So I'm going to do my 90,000 mile service on my 2011 200 series, and that includes changing the rear differential oil. So I've driven the car. Oh, I've driven it all day today. So oil is nice and warm, and so we're going to drain it. And to do that, we're going to need a 24 millimeter socket, a torque wrench, and a driver. These are all half-inch, by the way. We'll need 4 quarts of oil. I'm using Mobil 1 full synthetic 75 W90. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started.
So the first thing you want to do is get your oil pan underneath, and we have our filler right here and our drain right here. What we're going to do is we're going to take the filler bolt out first, and sometimes these have copper O-rings behind them. We're going to make sure that we don't lose that. We're going to hang on to that. So we're going to take out the top one, and then we're going to take out the bottom one, and we're going to drain it. These can also be hard to get off, so if your driver doesn't work, use a breaker bar or something. Got it loosened. It was surprisingly loose, probably about 20 foot-pounds. And you can see there's a little bit of moisture on the outside, so it could have been leaking a little bit. I've certainly never touched this before. All right, there's our O-ring. Right, you can see the diff oil's coming out. It really looks pretty good. It's pretty clean. That's surprising. Okay, so we're gonna set this bolt aside and not lose it, and we can go ahead and start loosening the bottom one. All right, I'm just gonna use my socket to unscrew it most of the way. Now again, there could be an O-ring here. There probably is, and we want to make sure that that stays on there. Okay. Now the bottom drain plugs always have a magnetic bottom to catch debris. So we're going to clean this off. See if I can get a good shot of it. We're going to clean it off with a rag, and then we're going to spray it with some carburetor cleaner. And anyway, look for metal shavings, anything. If you see something like that, you're in big trouble. So you shouldn't see anything, but just be on the lookout for anything foreign that doesn't look like it belongs there. So I've got my plugs cleaned. The larger one on the left with the magnet, that's the bottom one. That's the one we're going to install first. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to hand tighten it. We've made sure that our differential is completely drained. Get it on as much as you can. All right, now we're going to torque it down. We're going to do 36 foot-pounds. One, two, three. Now it is fully torqued. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put 4 quarts of oil into this fill hole. You can kind of see I've just kind of cleaned it off a little bit with some carb cleaner and a rag. So the best part about the rear diff is you don't have to have any special pumps or anything. Just stick the nozzle of the oil in the hole and start spraying. Do about 3 3/4. You can do that fast, but when you do the last little bit, we're going to want to take it slow. See how easy that is? So I've done about 3 3/4 quarts of oil, and now I'm going to take my time and go slow and put in the last little bit. I'm going to squirt until I see it come out the front. The reason we go slow is because we don't want to waste any oil. I can see it. All right. I do believe that's it. Let's wipe it off. See if any more is trickling out. Yeah, okay, we're good. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hand tighten the fill bolt, which we've cleaned. And we're gonna torque it. Same amount, 36 foot-pounds. I can get this on there. Should win an award for filming with one hand. One, two, three. Now we'll take our rag, clean it up. Carpet cleaner. And I'll use something like some Purple Power or something tomorrow, and I'll clean this whole differential, and that way I can keep a close eye on it next time if I see any more oil sweating out of it. But for all purposes, that is a rear differential change.